for the winner of this game.
Guys, a very, very tempting prospect to see the old legends of the game and, of course, the legends of Cologne clashing against one another here in 2022. But the Order stand against them, and it is Order on the attack. Odds favor Imperial. Oh, Vinny, he's safe on Hut. They mollied it. They're not going to be checking this. A quick adjustment required, and Alistair does provide it. Bolt shut down as well. Sico puts one into his teammate, leaves us level. And the bomb. Oh, I love this. Ins. He's been waiting for this, and nothing more than a Glock, an unarmored one at that, takes down the armored Julies. Fer and FNX were partnered up. And Fer on the fade, needed a quick one there, and Sico's having a bit of trouble. Yeah, looking for a reload, safe now from heaven. FNX advancing, would have to drop. Make a sound cue. I love this. He's done that quickly, but we need survival out of Sico. Survival integral, he's being run down, and they can defuse. It's up to this one man, Ins. The no armor Glock, it's not gonna work. He needs to knock him off the bomb, and bodyguarded by Fer. A clutch against the odds, against the numbers. And 3 frags for those last 2 standing. Lovely play. Imperial off the starting mark.
Gonna leave an bad taste in the mouth of the Aussies right there. That was their round in the palm of their hand. That Molotov that you throw in combination with the squeaky door lurk smoke, it is never going to spread and cover all of Hut because you throw it quickly. It's not set from T-roof, it's up the ladder, you throw, and that is always a possibility. Something they appeared to be aware of. So the strat was okay, but the aim was not. They doubted themselves. The nerves here, something the Order are going to have a tough time with. Imperial have 3 players who are previously Major and Cologne champions. I don't think their crosshairs are going to be wobbling like that.
Oh, very astute observation. M4 in the mix for Fer. Rare to see just the one. Oh, excuse me,
who won the pistol, Alex? Let me cover this. Look at the buys. Who won the pistol here is we have 4 bloody Galils, a Tech 9 out against 1 M4, a FAMAS, some SMGs, and a Scout. So this is a good chance for Order here. And you want to start this one off with a mark. Both of the first 2 maps started with drubbings. One team really showing the other how the map's meant to be played. But in the third and final affair, we want something a bit more competitive. Smokes are being juggled, 3 of which in play. Plenty of util for a smoke wall if they desire. Looks like that's going to be the squeaky door smoke again, limped on out here as misdirection name of the game.
Yeah, it is going to be FNX. Only a FAMAS to his name, and they're going to fake a top hit, or are they going to follow it up?
There's a couple of questions here. It looks like ramp.
Yeah, coming into FNX's domain. Pats' back is turned. Where's the trade? There it is. And now a missed shot out of Fallen should give him room. Want to punish him, run him down. He hits the scout shot, gets away. Ramp now lost.
Rotation towards low has already come on in. We have 1 player resigning, but it in top. Ins takes down Bolts. He's dead. They know where the scout is. Just 2 more CTs to find as Vinny breaks the window. Emergency indeed.
Oh, that's lovely. Sico on the flank. Strikes onto Fallen. Smoked off now. Fer looking to adjust. It's hard, but he's managed to spray until the last bullet. Sico, a double kill out of him. And they're jostling for control in the 2nd round.
Yeah, making up for the pistol round woes right there. Ins and Sico making amends as it should be Vinny looking for the save here. The SMG in hand and 3 to find. The low HP of Sico and Liazz unlikely noted here. It would be a little bit of a shame to give everything over, but also not the best weapon to be carrying across. You'd love an M4 or a Galil, but let's see what we can find.
Can we call the slate wiped clean after the messy pistol with a win in the Force?
Well, I like the round. I really like the rounds. You know, this wasn't them just doing a set piece and running in and hoping they won out the trades. It was fakey business again, and Vinny with a double up. Might get the upgrade into a rifle indeed. Galil now in his hands, and it is just Sico over towards CT spawn. So both players carrying something through into the next, and I'm sure these force buy wars are going to continue forward. So not out of hot water just yet, our Order.
Yeah, you got 2 members.
Look at this.
1400, and that is Ins. This is how we saw that frag. Look at the blind spot on Bolt.
Yeah, and that's crazy because obviously they were contacting towards ramp and Fallen was under pressure during all of that. So Ins with a really nice play and frustration there on Alistair Shaw, but they do win the round. So this is the force by look from Imperial. Some digs, some 5.7s, a P250 and a FAMAS. Nothing to be sneezed at.
Yeah, there's a lot of smokes in the sky. 3 arrive and bloom in unison.
Perfect on the L block here. Have plenty of opportunities now to use this to either punish and lurk through. Secret is an opportunity and a flash through. I don't think they'll push, but it's going to keep them on notice. The spam confirms they're towards yard, so good information.
Yeah, and on the fade, Fer could catch ahead. He is looking to push off the flash. And Ins now has the information back. Now, that's the biggest gun in the game for the Brazilians. And they're already slipping down Secret.
Yeah, and responding to that now is for Fallen. He's made his way down the ramp with the deagle in hand. No utility to block, so bullets will be his best friend in this situation. And now greeted, FNX isn't too far away either. The two of them only with pistols will have to chip in. A smoke here from Inns is the last one in use in a round like this. Bomb being juggled, steps being hopefully obscured as Inns is going to make his way across with Liazz. All 5 members of Order now down towards the B bomb site.
It's a nice smoke. Can they convert cleanly? Fallen really has the least well-equipped CT. There's the backup. And Hats, oof, beheaded at the hands of Fallen. One back from Liazz. Do manage to clear him out, but that doesn't stop him with a double on the Deeg. It's Liazz 3. It's 3 on 2, and Alistair not expecting bolts, completely caught off guard, and this gets really unlikely now for Order to plant safely. They're in the right spot. We need a frag. Sico is up to no good, and Vinny shuts them both down on the spray.
Huge fumble there from Order, not getting the bomb down. If they were managing the extra cash flow, might have seen the Force by Wars continue, but the first time seeing a little bit of dismay starting to creep onto the faces here of Order. They were able to keep their cool on Mirage, but right now they know the opportunities that they're letting go on the early stages of the T side of Nuke. Yeah,
like I'm no body language expert, but watching those Order players react to some fumbles, it's just, it seems, for lack of a better word, that the battle against Tilt is being lost.
And that's why the timeout right now is ideal. Hopefully 2 things come from this. A plan for the Force by Wars to continue forward, and second, Kingfisher, with his young years right there, you can see the lad, he doesn't look like the oldest of the bunch, has some words to calm the crew down, because this is the early stages of Nuke.
On AK-47 to try and continue this battle. This is Force by Wars, the very definition.
Yep, after battle bots, you can find that at 7 PM on a Friday night. This AK for Alistair with the head armor, one head spotted the step back out, takes the fight, gets the kill, Fur in the grave. That is what Order need.
Any more of that, Bolts is actually going to walk straight in, and Inns connects the double Deeg. Vinny could have a lot on his plate here as he's got to defend the top site. Fallen's already been gooshed down. Sico chance with that Tech 9. He hasn't got help. He hasn't got help. It's just him head to head with that AK, and FNX has caught Alistair as well. That was the AK lost.
Getting ahead of themselves. Bomb loose. Just Inns now with the Deeg. Cool, and well, that is FNX making his way back around to the heavens. The X-ray more than misleading as he gets tickled by the flames, picks up the AK, drops down the vent, and a plant is maybe the best that they can muster in this situation. They've heard this, FNX rotating, Inns a 1-on-2 to bail them out.
This could be enough to turn the tables. Order have already been looking a little tilted. A clutch back to gain economic supremacy.
And level the field 2-2.
He hasn't moved. He's had so much time. Perhaps Imperial can overthink this if he doesn't rush this first exchange. Time ticking on his favor. He just has to wait. Let the sound come to him. And the headshots too. Vinny's down. 1v1. Mano el Mano. And FNX. He's got the kit. He's got the round. And a little to be exacerbated. 3 now for Imperial. And I think it's time now for Imperial to continue to extend.
Yeah, and this is where questions can continue here for Order. They might be digging themselves a very, very big hole. Inns with a great attempt there, one surviving, might lure you into the Force by yet again. Inns played this very well, just couldn't connect the final kill. FNX bows them out and has the kit. That could have been a different story if he kills FNX first and Vinny has to scamper to get it. And look, they look like they've been able to reel in that frustration, but rush was a word that you used there in the tail end. Rushing in the mid-round was Order's undoing, but rushing might be the answer now. Speed, they're out, they're down, and they've got some space.
Lots of it taken away by the spray. Yeah. Happens to the best of us.
Uh-oh.
And I'm not going to lie, Chad, I'd be tilted.
This is a problem now. The fact that they were able to keep that previous round close, get the bomb down, and it came down to a 1-on-1 into a force buy with something fast and no traction coming off the back of it. Imperial, they've consolidated now. They're out of hot water. They've done a great job. Everybody's going to have a rifle falling with the AWP. This is what you want. Yeah,
this isn't a hot war anymore. This is a jacuzzi. It's bubbling. It's got the lazy boy. You're having a blast. Because you already got control of your opponent, of the money, and you're onto that third map. You've recovered in positioning for a reverse sweep.
That round right there is worth 2. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
That round that they just won is worth 2 rounds. So this will now be just the partial investment, maybe some deagle upgrades, the meat cleaves you can see being bought on in just now for order. But this start can't be their undoing. This is something that you have to be able to develop as part of your game. It doesn't start hot, sure, but you need to be able to battle back in.
I mean, it's not going to be fun, this one. If they can, you know, remind Imperial that they can click on heads.
Yeah, I think that's a key right there. Just a couple of zingers. Just, yeah, you want to overstep.
Like that one, actually.
Exactly like that one right
Maybe
there.
like this one as well, if Fur's not careful. They're pushing, 3 targets on his screen, and he's going to take 2. Runs out of bullets on the 3rd, but no punishment. 6 HP, he's allowed to get away.
Playing aimbots right there as Fur. That is beautiful stuff. And Insane, if the 50 cal can make any damage through towards main, but the damage has been done. They're going to peek, they're going to push, and they're going to try and take away his dirty dig. Bolts will finish him off, and now it's just 2. Liazz, he got the opening onto FNX, has been able to equip the AK-47 into his hands, but he would need to give us something heroic here.
They always remind you of that at Ollivander's one shot. A wand is powerful, but without armor, you are vulnerable to those. What's the death spell? What do they say?
Abracadabra?
Avada Kedavra. A cadaver?
They just ripped it off from like
Abracadabra. It is very abracadabra.
Yeah,
I hadn't made that connection.
She just ripped it off from what magicians
Come on,
say.
JK.
Right?
Oh.
It's because it's the most cliche thing that
Avada Kedavra.
Yeah.
But cadaver is body. You know, a dead body.
Ah, true.
So
true.
she's done
okay.
something there.
Oh, fair enough. You're not a slouch.
Yeah, all right.
All rolling.
Yeah, he's a good author.
There's a player called Christopher Rawlings from Australia. Imagine.
Yeah.
Used to play Source in the back of the day.
Imagine, it's a good
Played
nick.
it with an E instead of an I.
Imagine. Okay, I hate it now.
Oh.
No, I lost all its power.
He's a cool dude, Chris.
Yeah.
That's a cool round. 5-1. This one's done as Imperial now can more than stretch their legs. This would be a shame for Order after map 1. Make a splash, make us all get excited, and then go in the losing ways. But this is the Liazz opener. What's the spell again?
Avada Kedavra.
There you go. Worked perfectly.
Nice.
And then this is the one that he froze them in place.
Yeah, I mean, look at his
either.
health after this. He actually hits another body shot. And you feel a little hard done by there. You turn the HE as well, and in a puff of black smoke, you do evaporate. Let's get into it. Round 7 of Nuke. Is there a timeout? That's what that sound usually means.
Indeed, it's the second within the first 6 rounds of play for Order here. So 2 remaining for the rest of the game. But this is an important one to get them back on track. Being in a hole of 4 rounds, not the end of the world. The game didn't start the way you wanted it to, but this is where you can start conditioning with your approach. We're impressed with the T side on Inferno. Let's see if they can do the same here on a map like Nuke.
Very imposing when 3 of your opponents have got major trophies next to their name. Let's see what Order can rustle up here. Big round. Weapons back out. It's time for you to... Oh my god, Fallen's going for the audacious maneuver. It's Alistair head-to-head with Fallen, and it's as easy as that. They should be able to punish him on the way out the door. Where's the support? A smoke from Fallen and Molly. Okay, funny stuff. Quick pop, nade as well. They really want to punish him for that. And 27 HP left on him. But he is still going to be a component of this Imperial defense.
We saw issues with opening kills going against Order on Inferno, but as the game continued, they were able to battle themselves back out. But Inferno was about 2 hours ago at this juncture. So let's see what they can muster now. 4v5 time, 1:10 on the clock. Ins and Sico, combination towards Yard, while Liazz and Hats still park the bus towards lobby. The bomb down, should be scooped, and while Fallen hasn't moved a bloody muscle. Ins is locked on into that red container whether he likes it or not.
Yeah, it kind of has to come from someone else, right? Ins is a great component late. We love that through main, through secret, but he does just have to live and survive the hunts. And here comes the hunters. Vinny finds 1. Nice trade. Costly, though, as 2 down on top side. And it cancels first plans. He turns around, and Ins' patience is rewarded. Sudden advantage seized. And with 30 seconds, both of the sites available to them. Sico's still got the bomb in lobby.
Yeah, indecision right now. They need to work out where these final 2 are. Dropping down the vent. They've been able to slip on past. FNX has dealt with Ins. They know this is towards B, and Fallen rotating in time. We will have to run him down. Yeah,
and that's responsibility now of Hats. A nice save for Astralis plant. Fallen, low HP means nothing, but he still hits the shot. Sico, don't know if he's been spotted out. Recovery in the 1v1. Sneaks down the AWPer. It's FNX. He's got a good read. And Sico clutches up a 3K, a 1 versus 2, and Order get their second.
A very important round right there. And you saw the kills come their way. They were down in a 3v5 situation after Vinny pushes in towards Squeaky and gets that kill. But the kills keep coming in favor of Order. And Fallen, cheeky, up and over on top of the warehouse in a very exposed position. Cops a couple of nades on the way on out here, softening him up. But he still gets a kill like this. Sico's aim, you can see it shaky. Maybe he remembers Kirby and what he got up to in his best times. And there's the Alistair that we all know and love. Slowly, the mask slipping off and the excitement creeping through is an important round one. One more of those, and they will break Imperial.
Yeah, he knows what it means to them. That is a start for a solid T-Hall, but it looks like Fallen, ooh, baited out. Nice from Inns to be proactive and aware that that was a possibility. Fur, however, is the next component, and he's perfectly there. He's chosen the right round to be checking out on an early red container. Fallen's info builds into a round. You can see the AWP's retrieved, and Inns known to be pretty handy on the zoom bang.
I think they'll deal with him this time. Fur looks like he wants to creep back for a double dip here. Let's see if Liazz can find FNX again over towards ramp. This time perched up on the box, but Hats alongside for the ride. Flash forward, Liazz turns, and FNX with the double up. Make this a 2-on-5.
Yeah, brilliantly handled by FNX there. Up on the top of the box. Crosshairs not going to be the first place you're placing it.
Yeah, and right there, Alistair not considering that type of a play, problems there, right? Like you don't want to get that. That's the Order of old. That's the ones who, you know, are not considering all of their options, because this is the thing with Counter-Strike, right? It is great to take some risks and go for those plays. You could see what he was trying to operate with there, but he gave one over early that they couldn't trade back. And you need to consider these things early on within a half like this. So on the offensive, Order are going to be down a 4-round hole. Looks like Sico and Inns are going to retain the AWP and the AK. Score will read 6-2. Now, loss bonus is in their favor, but really only just. 2,400 into the next round. Sico and Inns will not be getting that. And the B-Stream update for you. Close your eyes, close your ears. Looks like that one is a close affair between MIBR and Tyloo. That is an elimination match alongside of this one. The winner will go on later today to play against Mouse to lock himself in a position in the group, which will be kicking off tomorrow. So Counter-Strike all week long. We're going Tuesday to Sunday, 4 days off next week, and then you get yourself the playoffs back in the Cathedral of Counter-Strike, the first time since 2019.
Do you know if there's any tickets left? I reckon we're running out.
Someone on Reddit just said they were selling theirs for all 3 days, so maybe head over there if you're looking for some tickets.
Yeah, I mean, I would, on a personal note, encourage anyone that's got the time, the disposable income, and the accessibility to get to Cologne. It's well worth a 2-day trip. You know what, 15th to 17th, find yourself in the Lanxess Arena if you can still get hold of tickets. It'll catch you off guard, I think.
It's a fun experience.
I remember my first Cologne, and I remember walking out just like into the stands for the first time, my first experience, and I swear the ground was shaking.
It can be a bit overwhelming, can't it?
It really can. Well, this is a bit overwhelming for the Aussies. You got 2 weapons, you saved them. Let's see if you can make anything count.
I want to talk about the flow-on effects of this as well.
Sure.
Because the saved guns mean no loss bonus for the 2 that retained, which means next round they're not going to have enough money. So it might be this crippled by with another in the follow-up, which is unfortunate, but that puts more emphasis on what they're doing right now. And just as we start to get excited, Fallen's name fills the feed. Sico's is removed from the round, and maybe another one here for Imperial as an opening kill goes their way once more.
Yeah, not many opportunities going to be given to that AWPer. You can see Alistair is just going to be acting as a distraction, a Glock and a bomb carrier. They are going up. Distraction from the glass break. I don't know if Fallen caught a glimpse of anything there. Fur does seem to be considering that secret cross, and yeah, well played again from Fur. Handles business. Alistair can pick up the AWP, and that perhaps was the whole ploy. The reason Alistair is just following him is to ensure that AWP gets as many opportunities to be utilized, but still bleak outlook. 45 seconds as the smoke does fade. Vinny posted up to handle this duel. They flash Alistair, but it's Liazz and Hats that want a double peek, and well handled again from Vinny. Does eventually meet Liazz's AK, but took a good chunk out of the Aussie as well, so a nice headshot. Fallen with a miss. It does mean that Liazz can reposition, have another go. Oh, 20 seconds, the poor soul.
Yeah, it was looking threatening there for a moment, but time
does he need to die?
Issue. This is the thing, as I mentioned, the buy into the next is still going to be a little bit rough around the edges here, so he could hold on to the AK and then still have the full buy with this, but gives it a go, falling with the USP, does execute, and we really need to dial in these first 9 rounds on the opening exchanges right now. A lot have been going in the favor of Imperial. They've been able to get 3 on Fallen. You've got 1 for FNX, 1 for Fur, and 2 for Vinny. That's going to leave only 2 opening exchanges going in the favor of the Order boys. That's 1 for Liazz and 1 for Alistair. But Hats, he's really on the receiving end right now, currently sitting at 1 and 9 and has given away the opening death 4 times. Now, he does have a bit more of a hard entry role in some of their rounds and strategies. But if he can get activated, or at least just not give away the opening, there's one. Hats' name immediately in the feed. That's what he needs to feel.
That's naughty. That's the first time he's thrown this into the mix.
Come on.
And he knocks Alistair off his perch. Brutality. Fallen, what are you trying here? He goes
first
for a cheeky knife out. Yeah, Fur's actually ended this entire round right here, right now. 4 kills out of the monster. He just keeps adding more and more to the tally. Yard is his domain today.
Yeah, and if you wonder if Fur's just putting on that kind of look for while he's playing Counter-Strike, no. I saw him in the lift today. This is just the way that he walks around. This marauder, it just marches forward and absolutely devastates the hopes and dreams of Order. I know we're only 10 rounds in, but this one is looking done. Look at this. Aim map as frustration once again creeps onto their faces.
Can I put my optimist hat on?
Oh, I'd love it.
Okay, here it comes. 6 wouldn't be bad, Hall.
No, it wouldn't. But where are we getting those 6 from? Because right now, the only real dent that felt possible was in the 4 spies.
Conservative round now.
Yep.
9-2.
Yep.
All the guns. We just send the AWP. Quick pick onto FNX. He's like, I mean, we saw him on top of the box. He's a safe pair of hands for sure. Alistair bops him. We're into the low site.
All right.
We condition the ramp side. They cheat 2 to ramp. We go outside yard smokes. We're down secret. It's constant B takes. Leave that top site alone.
You don't like A so
maybe leave Fur alone as well.
You're more about B.
If we could avoid Fur, and unfortunately for them, he's just dropped a one-way right at the nick of time in. Oh, he's the dead man. Another opening for the Brazilians. Vinny's in the smoke being cheeky, and it's working wonders. Another double out of the M4. FNX throws a little cherry on the very top.
Now, you want to be optimistic. Can I be the hype man?
Yeah, go on.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, later today, 0-0 Nation, with the recent acquisition of Lato, Dumao, and Taco, have reunited the dynamic duo, Taco and coldzera, back in the server together with Tri. The Argentinian AWPer about to make some moves, taking on former major winning teammates over in Imperial. Fallen, Fur, and FNX against Taco and Cold in the prime time slot on a Wednesday night.
Oh, baby. It does sound hot. It does sound spicy. And Order, they had their opportunities. And here on the T side, feeling rather locked out.
They're getting slapped around now.
They are, yeah.
And the thing is, it's not that their strategies of rounds have necessarily been bad. There was only one round that I didn't like the call. The rest of it, right, they shouldn't be feeling too down in the dumps, but they will be, because they knew what this moment was, a chance to break through with a win against an international opponent. Feels like it's slipping through the fingers. But this is a much tidier, much better looking Order, regardless of the 9-2 scoreline. Now, unless someone's going to pipe that into their head, that's not what they're going to be thinking right now. They're going to be thinking, we are up a creek without a paddle.
There is no one directly holding ramp, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they've rotated FNX straight towards B. So I think they're happy to give this space over.
That's because Vinny can also confirm lobby as soon as they want answers. Here they go.
Have the control.
And here he comes. Yep, boys. I would be worried about ramp.
You kind of have to go B now, and it looks like they will. But that means the rotation is going to be one step ahead as Fallen's here.
Ooh, a missed shot, and then saw his reposition back. What a shot onto Alistair. Oh, and he's not done. In's gone. This is a disaster for Order. 1v5 demanded a Sico, and they're just teasing him. Jiggles, peaks, some shrapnel to bring him down. 5 still alive as the 10th round is secured. Imperial definitely looking like they've got the domestic bout booked. for later on today.
Yeah, and you can see that they know that this is taking care of business. I think every man and his dog would have had Imperial beating order. So the fact that they were even down a map and they're the ones having to battle back in this best-of-3 series, they're doing a bit of proving right now that that was just a slow start to the day. This is the Imperial that we want in the server, and it's the one that we're getting as, again, a stern look on the face, besides Vinny, always smiling, as, again, order it down to just a light little buy. It's a half-buy territory.
Yeah, well-timed smoke. It does actually kind of cancel first. That's a hard one to hit. Inns brings it in. Got a clear CT vent, and they will. Tech9's, it's not easy, and he gets just the one. Kept humble, but everyone else has arrived. You can see how quick and reactive that CT side was. Alistair's got himself down the vents with his Glock and his bomb. Maybe some extra cash for another round.
He might get it down here, you know. Should be able to plant the bomb in time. Did just getting punched in, a little bit frustrated. He wasn't on the mark immediately, but it's down, and I'm sure right now he's wishing he invested $300 in a P250 because a Glock, that ain't going to cut the mustard.
He's done well to be alive this long, to be honest. He's getting run on down by armored and appropriately equipped CTs. But there you go, 11-2.
Yeah, now he's got 6.8k, so he was already trying to get the AWP out.
Can't believe it.
More than enough.
Chad, I just found some under on my seat.
Okay.
It's my Optimist hat. I didn't think I'd be putting it back on.
All right.
But, you know, there's this law. One of the many studious councilmen of Counter-Strike, his name was Zonic. He prophesized a Counter-Strike law. It's now in the legislation. 11-4 is the most deceptive scoreline, and here comes the double whammy of the Optimist hat. It's a very CT-sided map, is Nuke. What do you think, Chad?
I do like it, but I suppose, like most laws, not really found in the modern reality of the statistics. Zonic's law is a fun one,
yeah.
But I'm sure Petter will have a thing or two to say about it. But look, Alex, the hat, I like it. It looks good on your head.
And so does the crosshair of fur onto hats. Ouch! That'll do nicely. Round 14 is practically over already.
Yeah, I think
he's going to get another one.
Yeah, why not? He needs an ace. Give him one.
Don't think Sico even considered it.
Where'd he go?
Found him. And so did the bullets. A start in finding.
Yeah,
but look at the boost, bro.
It's a 3v5. Now it's a 3v4, sure. And you're right, the boost. Look at this. Just peering on down.
This could be a round ender.
Should be a double trouble here.
Unless, Alistair, where are you? Thank you. Okay, 2v3 now. And he's going to be dumping utility. He actually has the bomb on his back as well, so no one immediately going to be in support of him. Sico elsewhere.
Vinny's past the molly. Yeah, even if he plants, Vinny will.
He's played it safe at least. And Sico finding one onto Fallen, so the bomb's down, but I'm not sure Alistair's going to be ready for this position from Vinny. Bolt's already on single, so Sico
needs another clutch.
Do something crazy. Yeah, and they're already on the defuse. He's accepted his fate. It's 12. Zonic's law out the door. 12-2.
And look, Sico did have the clutch, which is where their second round came from, right? Their first round, I believe, was, you know, that was when the Force by Wars kicked off at the start of the game. And I think that that's where they did have a real opportunity, and I believe that they felt that too. And unfortunately, that's kind of where this game will likely be left, unless a third with the pistol and quite a clean-looking CT side can be mustered. I feel, unfortunately, that we're out of steam in this one.
Yeah, I mean, those first 4 rounds, it was 1v2, 1v1, 1v2, 1v1. I mean, those were those opportunities that they knew they had, right?
Yeah, and that's why I think we saw the frustration starting to creep. Alistair's just charged very cavalierly over towards the secret position, and there's another opener. Yeah, look, in a half where you've managed 4 openers on the T side and you haven't been able to convert all of them, that's an issue as well here. So, trouble.
It's a brewing. And, yep, FNX takes a nice sip of it. Hats is gone. And only 3 remain here. Liazz to be pushed. Finney's given an opportunity, and he will seize it. And Alistair's managed to find himself all the way down onto the low side, and it's not going to mean much if Liazz can't get the bomb down there too. He's going to have a go, and not allowed. The bomb delivered to Bolt. Express delivery. 10% tip.
Yeah, it looks like they've expended everything on that first map of order. The last 2 have been very much one-way traffic. We saw plays, we saw moments, we saw good approaches on Inferno, but since then it's been much spottier of an affair. And Alistair, his position noted, Fer will find that kill. And yeah, frustrated look yet again. Imperial, just a couple of rounds away now, 3 in total from securing that matchup against 0-0 Nation.
Sign me up.
Hey Future Pros! Today I wanted to show you another method to take outside and find picks on the T side of Nuke. This execute will obstruct a lot of vision from the CTs and possibly force a warehouse player out into the open for a fairly easy pick. For this execute, you will need 4 Future Pros along with 3 smokes, 2 mollies and 2 HEs. Future Pro 1, you'll be throwing the bottom hell window smoke. To throw this smoke, hop into this corner. Aim at the top of this pipe vent and slightly to the right of the line. Run forward and jumping through the smoke as you get close to the wall in front. Save your molly as you can use this to block off Secret as you spend more time outside. Future Pro number 2, you only have a warehouse smoke to throw, so don't mess it up. To throw the warehouse smoke, look into the center of this wall. Aim at the bracket on the silo, then jump throw the smoke. After this, head into lobby and hold off any pushes. Future Pro number 3, you'll be throwing the A main smoke, mollying Secret and saving a HE for CT red. To throw your smoke, position yourself so half of this vent is cut off by the wall. Aim to the top of the cables, run forward and throw the smoke just before hitting the box. Then clear some close angles and hop onto this box. From here you can throw a molly to cover Secret and hold the push. If you feel like it, throw your HE to CT red with Future Pro 4. Future Pro number 4, you'll be throwing the CT red molly along with a HE. To throw your molly, wait for the warehouse smoke to bloom, then make your way into this gap. Aim at the lower corner of the garage door and jump throw the molly. This will land behind CT red and possibly cause a counter-terrorist to rotate back towards the ladder area. After this, running throw your HE behind CT red as you could get some chip damage on the rotating player. Then have Future Pro 1 boost you behind T red, and if you're quick enough you should be able to catch any CT trying to get up from warehouse to ladder. And that's about it. This execute is a nice way to find a pick outside. If you have confidence in your aim, I have no doubt you should be able to catch a CT player out.
$13 in the bag and the third map of this one for the play-ins. It could be the end of the road, albeit quite a short road for Order. Started well, Inferno under their belt, and then the following Mirage. More in the vein of Nuke. What a dominant first half that was from the Brazilians, Chad.
A fantastic showing from Fer as well, really just lighting up the scoreboard here. Massive rounds, just being aggressive towards Yard, ripping away any hopes that Order may have had of showing a competitive face on their T side. But let's see if they can do anything comparable here on the CT half. We've swapped sides, the buys are through. Fallen has a P250, a smoke and a flash, the rest in with the armor. And on the CT side, Hats has been gifted some Julies here. Let's see what type of stopping power that has.
Fallen gets a couple of jewels on that P250, taking it Yard.
1x bet odds are blown back out here. Order. It is a mountain to climb with a scoreline like this, and that's a shot from in to kick off proceedings.
Yeah, he's taken down Fer as well as Bolt. So 2 in favor of Order to start it off, and Bomb spotted in descent. That might be fake though. Look at this, 2 from Hut. That might force the rotate, but look at stubborn old Hats. He's had a bit of a soft start. 2 frags to his name into the second half. And Fallen's going for a vent to top. And he's pretty good. Hats is better. Maintains control of the hut. And looking for a clean pistol, denied by a quick react.
They know where both are. Squeaky just swung open and Fallen gets a kill in the vent. So FNX and Fallen's positions are immediately noted here. It's just about how do you contain the two of them. In's making sure the creep out Squeaky is not possible, but it's on a timer because Fallen could creep back up exactly like this.
Yeah, as long as Inz has considered this, it should be another for him. He's already got 2 on his yard lockdown. Not going to be caught out by the barrel, and a lovely sound cue. Yeah, he can work with that. Back of the head. Back of the head. It's always hard to track. It's FNX in the clutch. Still 4 alive, though, and very little time. So Inz is going to make it for a really big round out of Inz. And if ever there was a time, maybe to try and push those boys, motivate them, get those voices back in the server as well as in the comms.
This is a round where it doesn't look like Imperial are going to invest, and we'll get the highlight back here from Inz. So this is great, right? They've had 2 key moments in this map so far, Sico's clutch and Inz's pistol round. But now it's about dealing with this lack of investment from Imperial. What you need to avoid is casualties and the bomb going down. They will buy in the next, but if you can stop them from planting, you will limit just how much is available to them. So a lot of boxes to check here for order.
Yeah, absolutely. And wow, that's the opposite of what you were discussing. And you can see Fur's already going to take some space. The bomb did make it down the vents as well. Problematic, because that's Bold scooping it up. And already bomb plant and casualties seem to be going down. At least they found Fur.
And Liazz is lower here, so you cannot just gallivant into the site. Sico does find Fallen, and everybody seems to be in a duel of their own right now.
Nice awareness from Alistair.
That's the bomb loose. Liazz has dealt with that towards B. So the plan, at least stifled for now, and with only 2 players in low HP, with only 1 player in low HP, the round's in the favor of order there, 13-4.
But this is what I mean, that is very much an indicator as to what's coming next.
Yeah, you're feeling a bit hard done by that from Inz. You just hit a couple of crispy ones on the pistol round, and then you go down to that. So he is going to get a gun back over here. It's only going to be a Famous. Liazz into an MP9. AWP out for Alistair. And on the other side, that buy, that 3rd round early buy, is met with a couple of tidy AKs, 1 Galil for good measure, and enough nades for them to use Nuke as their oyster. Let's see. Squeaky smoke. Oh, they flubbed the throw there. Got a bit of a sticky nade. Land. And has a bit of a gap on that left side. So this is something that Sico can actually work with here. The smoke it continues to rotate and like oscillate around. You should be able to see any toes trying to make it down that vent. Liazz, if they do knock on the door of ramp right now, only has the MP9, which if he allows them close enough will be a good weapon for the job, but the misdirection from Imperial is starting to take shape. More smokes in the air, deployed towards the yarn position. They've bloomed. Looks like the L block has been erected, and Alistair needs to be extremely careful he doesn't open himself up to too many angles.
Yeah, but he has the right idea, just not quite the right conversion. He had Fur in his sights. Fires off a shot, no repeats here. Oh, well timed on the smoke. That looked like they were about to start something. The flash comes through. They don't have to worry about it by virtue of the smoke.
But look how both teams are now sitting with utility. Very skimp, very light on. We have 1 smoke and a molly for Imperial to operate with 45 seconds and a handful of flashes with the HE for Order. This is going to come down to the bullets and what kind of read Order have on the hit.
Yeah, so Fallen's lining up the standard hut molly. Hats might be forced off here. Adjusts. Unannounced and down. It's up to the Sico spray, and again just steps into the line of fire alone. Isolated and executed. They are susceptible to these remaining 3 Australians. But with the bomb now down, I think they'd rather have another go next time.
Yeah, and I think that might just be seeing the end here of this one. That was an opportunity, right, where a gun round on pretty equal stead, and if you want to be bringing this back on the CT side, these are the type of rounds you need to be converting because it would have left Imperial in another half-buy environment. The fact they don't get any kills, they don't really keep it competitive whatsoever, is just setting Imperial up to pass this one home and isolated on the fights, right? They didn't peak together. They gave up 2 one-on-ones essentially.
Well, not even 1v3s, you know,
yeah.
There's 3 people staring at you. And you're all alone. Nice, safe save. Not fun to say, but fun to participate in as they do leave with all 5 of their goodies.
And Vinny happy to get the Galil out of his hands and the M4 in it. Unfortunately for them, the M4s of Sico and Hats are on the floor, or were, and they're going to have to get some upgrades coming in from Liazz and MP9 now for Sico. So they're kind of just shuffling around who gets the dud guns.
Who gets a proper go. Alistair on that CT orb. Maybe
well, this is really it, okay? Well, if last round wasn't really it, this is really it.
All right.
This is really, if they can't win this, of course.
Do you hear that, guys? Chad just put on his optimism thimble. Just a thimble of optimism and confidence. And there's a little confidence from Alistair. Pushes up on the aggressive CT smoke. Gets away with the murder. A lot more in yard, though, and he was the bomb carrier. Perhaps that will lead to a little support for him, but no, he's just going to take a passive line.
Yeah, but playing the numbers now are order, and this puts questions in Imperial's camp, right? How do we want to finish? We still have a couple of smokes left over. Actually, we have 4 smokes left over, so if we want to go for a smoke wall, this is possible. Or do we want to group up and try and find ourselves a way into the site? Now, that smoke is not going to obscure the vision of Alistair here. He's over towards lockers. He still can cover off that secret cross. Main with the lurk does become a possibility here as we start luring out Squeaky in towards this top site that was a bit like a leaky boat in the previous.
Yeah, Fallen maybe late main, and they are on their way. Those remaining smokes now deployed. Hats could be a very well-timed incendiary if he does get it right. Oh, forcing Sico off the fight. That's the flames. Should deny options. Down the vent, nice adjustment though, and Hats the same, needs to get out of there. And now they have managed to get one slip down into the lower site. It's Vinny. And he's trying to kick up a fuss. Yeah, I think he is just an elaborate piece of utility. Nice upgrade found. And then the Fallen reveals himself on main.
Bombs in B now. Bolt's made it down the vent as well, so this is big issues for Order. A round that was looking tidy is starting to fall apart.
With this, it doesn't need to go too far ahead of the pack. Wait for the group, wait for the numbers, and I'm not sure if the numbers even favor them anymore. Look at the hell. Away from the nade, swapping those weapons over. It's another law in our universe, and the one way could be jumped over on that box. Bolts to do just that. Up, over, and down. Big find, shut down. 2 remain now on this T side. This could be it. Order, this advantage, it can disintegrate. Only the one, and they do find it in time. Order up to 5. First of the many trials and tribulations ahead of them if they did want to try and hold on to their ticket here in Cologne.
Yeah, and they let the bomb go down in that environment, so enough money now to get a very convincing buy from Imperial. Peacemaker will call the second timeout for the Brazilian side throughout this easy nuke so far, and I'm sure they don't want to allow any doubt to creep into the mind of the players. Let's get this one done before Order start creeping ever closer to the double digits, and that's where everybody, us, you, the players, all start to feel that maybe the comeback is possible. But when you sit and you look at a 9-round deficit, and you think about the mountain that this team is going to have to climb on the CT side, everybody is going to need to do their job perfectly. You can't have any of these missteps. You can't have anybody bailing you out, because it wasn't one individual on Inferno. It was a team effort. It was a well-oiled machine.
That's true.
Fur's yet to frag so far on the T side, and I'm sure that won't last for too much longer. So the nightmare for Order is coming.
The nightmare, probably an apt nickname when Fur is on one. Vinny, he's got pace behind this, and that is a punishment. Hats gets away with it. A scrap of HP. And now into Alistair's domain. They walk. A slither of FNX is all he needs to seize the lead. And so openings are starting to level out. That's 2 openings back-to-back rounds.
I'm sure Hats would love to make that column look a little bit nicer in his favor. Pepper now fallen low. Liazz steps up, but Inz will get the kill. So late to the party is the rotation, but regardless, the kill comes in their favor. Now it's just 2 to find, and as I mentioned, Fur, I'd sure love to get on the board, cannot do it. Sico from the silo gets the frag, and we'll get the last. That's around 6. Stream update for everybody playing at home. I'll give you a chance now to mute the stream if you don't want to hear what's been going on between MIBR and Tyloo, which was on its 3rd map of play. Dust 2 was the decider. Tyloo have knocked MIBR out of the Cologne play-in. A 16-10 victory on Dust 2, with Dan King putting on a bit of a show. 22 and 15 from the Chinese AWPer.
That is going to feel great for the Chinese.
Yeah, and it was up against Breno, the AWPer of the other side, who had 27 kills to his name, so just not enough from the young gun. MIBR will be sitting out the rest of Cologne, and that is done for their season.
Sico. It's a risky position to adopt against Tech9. He tries to hide in plain sight, and it is working well. A team nade is his greatest adversary.
That could be their undoing here.
It is, because they're going down. Liazz has got a lot on his plate, but he's hot on the heels. Oh no!
Louise.
Alistair hit that. He hit it. Fallen's up, now equipped. Liazz to take it away from him. He gets the info. Fallen always a threat. Bomb's already planted. Liazz has got so many opponents all over the shop now. Hunting down Fallen, and he's ready for it as well. This is pandemonium. FNX surely going to be cleared. Spotted out now. They know where he is. It's a big frag back, and they know where Fallen was. Smoke the bomb.
They heard that.
Talk about it. They know he's vents. Close the door.
He's going to just take shots. He's going to take pod shots.
7th, they're on it. Yeah, just no scope. Any of these could connect, and we're off to another round. 7 in the bag. God, that was can I call it a unique round? Jab?
Yeah, well, that had it all, didn't it? Take nines, chasing rotations, getting caught off guard, shots being hit. They were everywhere.
At the same time, and credit to our ops team, by the way, because I'm just recalling what we had to cut through and catch, and yeah, that was crazy. We caught most of it.
Yeah, no multiverse in this one here and no sausage fingers, but I'm sure Fallen would have loved one of these miracle shots just to land, because the time, look, it wasn't like he had the most to work with here, but if he hits one, had an opportunity in a one-on-one to get a miracle round done and dusted. But now just a 7-round gap.
Nice, well-timed molly.
Saw it.
Oh! Well-timed spray. Inns has got another opening delivered. Yard players are having a good day today, and more damage even chipping away.
Rotations in here.
Down the vent. Alistair ready, awaiting. For a second, the repeat costs him his life. That should be the repeat from Sico. Trades up. 2-man advantage here, but the bomb will go down. It's up to Vinny and Fallen.
Yeah, got to keep getting these bombs down, and well, they'll beat the 9. No extra cash this time round with max loss bonus on the horizon. That is actually a huge kill to try and buy Order a bit of a buffer as this comeback is starting to take shape. Hats will get the final kill, 8 now, and surely they get a breather here, as Imperial should be looking at a half buy. Not everyone can purchase him with AKs.
I mean, who needs an AK when you can have an AWP?
You're right. You actually bang on. And a glass cannon AWP with no utility around it. Why not? Fallen wants to be the hero.
I don't know whether that's heroics or foolishness. I guess we'll find out.
Oh, there's a replay of the bullets just connecting there. Seeing the slow-mo, the jump around, making it hard for Sico to track, but there's Hats from behind the CT vent, finishing this one off. And
glass cannon T AWP going for an opening pick? Yes.
Why the hell not? If they can get the bomb down, Fallen will be able to buy next round regardless. So a risk that is calculated.
Certainly, and it's we'll see if it's rewarded. I mean, let's not forget. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, careful!
I don't know if they're expecting this.
There it is.
And now they know.
I wonder if the driving force in Fallen's purchase not only was the fact he could get away with it if they get a plant, but also Inns has been a problem. Like, they've been losing openings to Yard repeatedly. Here's a reaction. A nice reaction. Diligent on the clears, but they're going to lock down lobby. I imagine they might draw the line in the sand there for now.
They can leave Alistair here. They will need to worry about somebody squeaky, but Sico's already there, and the hut push too. Well timed. That's the kill back onto FNX. The bomb currently making its way across towards Secret. Vinny is the tail of this pack, but the rotation towards lower already exists. Down towards the B bomb site is Liazz. This experience is going to need to lock down the push because they're still threatening with the pistols.
Trundling loudly. Boots on the ground. Liazz trying to put bodies on the ground, and they do manage to evade his spray. 2 pistols connect. Alistair gets away with 1 back. This is hard now. Imperial. Opening from Fallen, and they're looking to close as well. Fallen gone, just pistols now. The M4 of Vinny. Bolts on the bomb. A very likely clear. They have to handle this with class, and that's lovely on the pistol. 1-on-1 now. Vinny coming up clutch. He can play with the doors. He can taunt Hats. He had a slow start, but this clutch would definitely be redemption for him. He's calling the bluff. He's calling the bluff. Vinny's got it. And 15 in the bag. So close to some redemption for Hats there.
Oh, that one, right, is a bitter pill to swallow for Order. If there was ever a conversation to be had about this comeback, that was an essential round there against pistols and a glass cannon, risky AWP from Fallen, and he does everything he needs to. Alistair does his best to try and bring this one back, but Vinny, perfect timing just before the defuse comes on through, and that one is going to sting. Imperial now up to 15, 1 more round away from getting this one done and propelling themselves forward to take on 0-0 Nation.
Liazz with an aggressive gambit. Bit of chip damage.
through the trophy room as well. So good damage done, but space taken. Fur understands that there's only 20 bullets, and Alistair on the push gets caught out. Fallen. An opening from him yet again, and surely this is it.
Two of them. I mean, there's definitely a bit of a correlation to be drawn. Fallen whips out the orb, and Imperial start finding openings. Sico's reaction, it's certainly telegraphed, but that is huge from Sico. Oh my God, he gets the third. FNX from the elevation gets nothing done, and Order with a little bit of a defibrillator have given themselves a chance.
That's a bailout that the World Bank is handing out right here, right now for Order. Fur would have to win, and he has been identified. Liazz in the back to silence M4 Sings, and another round added for Order, but gonna need 6 more on the trot just to even consider overtime.
Yeah, I mean, that's bleak. No doubt about it. It is the CT side, 6 on the trot. We certainly saw Imperial pull it off.
Yeah, well, they did it with ease, didn't they? Fur, the man on your screen right here, was having a beastly showing. And I mentioned yet to frag. Yeah, he's only got 1 kill so far. And Peacemaker...
He's not talking.
No, he's not. Maybe this is just a chill-out timeout. This, oh, there you go.
Moving his mouth.
A little bit of utterance going on there. But
okay.
I'm not panicking just yet if I'm Imperial.
Oh, no.
It's all good. Everything's fine. Guys, we just need 1 out of the next 6. 1 out of the next 6. The odds surely in our favor.
Oh, one would certainly argue.
Who's going to offer themselves as tribute?
That is the next question. I mean, Sico after a performance like that, for sure. The first 2, brilliant. The awareness to not only clear your trophy, but to be able to adjust into that.
Yeah, well handled.
That's round winning.
Beautiful stuff there. Well, Tech9's the bane of Order's existence. Hide your eyes, kids.
Oh no, we've seen this before, Chad. All we need now is for Fallen to get the opening pick with his scout, and it would be exactly the same. I think Inz is not going to be giving away something quite as aggressive as mantling onto the blue bin.
You can see Alistair already scoped up, doesn't want to get too close with that scope in case someone had crept on past and was able to identify his position.
Is that smoke to aid Alistair, but in some capacity? I don't see how it would.
Hide the peak from the right-hand side so we can just focus to the left, and it also forces them a little bit wider here. But Alistair doesn't look like he's comfy with this position. There's the opener, third down. This time, the opening not going in the favor of Fallen.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really fancy your chances with that Tech9 up on the silo either up against an AWP bolt. He's flirted with the idea. Hat's ready for that. Stop Molly, and wow, they actually find one back. Vinny to be credited. Woo, hectic for Inz. Deals with bolts. Walking wounded Vinny trying to slither down the vents, and Alistair should have this. Lovely. No scope. Takes a gamble on that.
Yeah, good confidence in the no scope there. That's not something that I'd be backing myself in, but he's a primary AWPer, and he's got to be very astute of how to wield that bad boy. Just 2 more now. A scout and a Tech9. 20 seconds on the clock.
Little unfortunate for FNX as he meets the same fate. So, well, it's certainly a much more competitive looking map than the opening, well, 13-2 half.
But that's the thing. Imagine if they could have got out of those first spree of rounds, managed to get 3, you know, and then
how many
been able to tack one on the end. They've had chances, haven't they?
They could have had 3 rounds, Chad, in the first 4,
yes.
You know, in terms of viable opportunities. So that's certainly not out of the realms of possibilities. But no, it was a 13-2. 2 T rounds was all they could muster. Well, now Order need 5 CT rounds in order to push us to overtime. The Brazilians, 5 opportunities to meet their ex-teammates in a battle for a spot in Cologne. That is exciting, and that's going to be your evening's entertainment in that prime time slot.
Well, Alistair aggressive towards Hut this time. It was ramp previously. He's been in secret before and looking for another hidey hole to rear his ugly head. But they're out squeaky. They're into top. Hats has been able to deal with 1, but is it enough?
Oh, lovely find from Fallen. Catches that aggression out of the AWPer, and he's got 2 on the rifle. Fallen keeps him in it.
Here comes Fur.
Wrapping around. I mean, Liazz, I'm sure he'll take a cursory glance. Oh, will he drop into the site?
The bomb down. They're kind of glued on this position right now. They have to start identifying the weaknesses.
Okay, I'm worried about Liazz here. I think Fur is just too much of a beast to not be ready. Liazz checks it, but Fur so precise. Good trade is in from Inz. And now goes Fallen as well, so recovery. Threatening, though, at times.
You saw the coach there, gave it a little bit of a low little fists together, just a gesture that maybe they are piecing this one back together. But think about how difficult it is with Imperial only needing 1 round, having the max loss bonus in their favor, and if they continue to plant, they continue to buy. And even if they don't, they probably have Tech 9s, which once again have shown to be an issue so far. So if the flow of rounds for the last 4 was going to go pistols, AKs, we still have 4 rounds that aren't going to be easy for Order to convert. But that is necessary if they want to go to overtime, if they want to take this map to give them an opportunity. Now, we do have a technical timeout called here just to sort out a bit of a communication issue, everyone's favorite. This will give you a chance right now to really focus on in and what's at stake. Nobody wants to go home in last place. It's never fun.
No, it's also really bleak because you know that this tournament could be, what, 2.5, 3 weeks of your Counter-Strike adventure, or it could be 2 days.
Yeah, that's so brutal.
It is just so cutthroat. I mean, that's what these play-ins are. They really are cutthroat. It's like those that need to prove that they deserve a spot in that main event.
And this is why having a format like this is great, to see teams from these regions that aren't Europe going toe-to-toe to see how we measure up. Because, you know, you get Order thrown in against FaZe. Well, of course they're going to get smashed. You get Imperial thrown in against, you know, Na'Vi. Well, I think we know which way that one's going too. But to have them locking horns and be able to measure against one another to see where everybody's at, it's giving us a better understanding of the Counter-Strike landscape. And sure, cutthroat, best of 1s in the opener, but best of 3 there on out. I think we're seeing the depth of Imperial's, I want to say, basic map pool. They're good at the standard, right? Well, now we're seeing them get tested a little bit more so here on Nuke. This is where the T side, look, it's being a bit of a problem. I mean, they've only won 2 rounds.
Watching Imperial's Mirage, you know, you're reminded, like, okay, these boys, like, I mean, they've played that map together, but in some capacity, you know, for years.
Where they made their name, really.
Kaboom's Mirage was a conversation on desks in a different universe, in a different time period.
Okay, well, technical issue.
Now is not the time for yawns, young man. This is crunch time.
He's not having made fun. Maybe it's a good yawn. Yeah. Maybe he's getting in a lot of oxygen.
Oxygenating the blood for focus. Nice find.
Well, I see 2 AGs, and what this is probably telling of is Squeaky Door getting blown open and probably another one following through into main. So this might be just pedal to the metal, as I lied. They're going yard. It's not top whatsoever.
Porcupines. Filthy lies. They are quick, and actually a nade from the CT does good damage. Inz is pretty consistent on his threat here. Now that's the whole squad down.
Can't get overrun with the orb.
Could indeed catch a bullet. Oh no! It's all falling apart against the Tech 9s, their worst enemy, their arch nemesis. It's a half buy again that dispatches Order's openings. Nice one back. Liazz needs more. He's so low. Inz has caught bolts elsewhere. 40 HP on FNX. Lower now. They have stabilized. 2 openings and it's still not safe. It's still not guaranteed. Fur reminds us. A 2-on-2. Inz got to play conservative. It is again Hats we call upon. No, he's looking the wrong way.
Did Vinny catch him there?
Potentially. I don't know if he flubbed the jump though. Yeah, he's acting like he did. Tracking him.
First looking.
Oh, yeah. Hats putting his head right in the vice. Look at the placement. It's so easy for Fur, and now it is all on to Inz. Vinny posted up. Nice timing. Favors him for once. Low HP. Fur's there as well. And 35 HP. Info! Inz could save Order. Extend play. OT hanging in the balance. Fur, a battle of wits with him. A fresh mag found. Fur, does he move? Oh, he does. Can Inz solve it? Was it door? Was it box? Was it door? Was it box? Fur adjusts, and that is clutched up. Imperial do it with a half buy, and we will see it. 0-0 Nation have their opponent locked in. Ex-teammates to clash, and Order to pack their bags.
Blockbuster affair locked in for tonight, and Imperial, they do it the hard way. They drop Inferno, they go forward on Mirage, and they show us what they've got. And here on Nuke, that first half was class. The second, just a bit of speed, a bit of aggression, a bit of in-your-face play as Fur has a fantastic map.